Hey everyone, this is Ace of Spades for the win, coming to you with my first manga anime review. I hope you enjoy it, and apologies if the sound's poor, I'm still improving on it at the moment. The topic of this video is on the manga series plus anime. So just to explain the plot, plus anime takes place in an alternative universe where there are people who can possess animal-like powers. These powers in question can allow the person to change their shape and to acquire that animal's properties, such as strength, speed, or they can even make them breathe underwater and fly. Plus animals can also be distinguished by the tattoo-like mark on their bodies, which they are given when they become plus anima. But because of their differences, plus anima are usually hated and feared, so they are forced to hide from society. The series follows 4 plus anima children, Kuro, Husky, Senri, and Nana, who have been brought together by their plus anima powers, and decide to travel together in search of others such as themselves, and ultimately a place to belong. On to the actual review. The first thing that struck me about this manga was the artwork itself. I think it was the front cover on the first volume which was the reason I actually noticed it and bought it in the first place. All the drawings throughout each volume are really good. The landscapes are detailed, the characters look unique and effective, and the comedy moments are drawn to make them look cute and adorable, and this really adds to the hilarity of the scenes. Going back to characters, this is another reason why I like the series. Each of the 4 characters that you meet has different traits and personalities. When you put them all together, it really makes the group better on a whole. To understand this better, I'm just going to tell you a bit about each of the characters. Starting with Kuro, because he seems to be the most influential character of the group. Now, his plus anima is a crow, allowing him to sprout wings from his back, which enable him to fly. Kuro is very optimistic, and although they're all kids, Kuro seems to emphasize this the most, as he has this constant curiosity to explore and see new things, and he's very unselfish, helping many of the people they come across in the story without even needing a reason. He's very kind-hearted in that sense. Also, he seems to get very easily distracted by things, especially when it comes to food, and it can make him look a bit dim, but this is usually because he doesn't know any better, and this can give him a bit of a cute factor amongst the readers. In contrast, Husky is probably the most mature and rational thinking of the group, giving sensible advice or just helping the group get out of trouble. His opinion, although probably the smartest, usually has a lot of friction with what Kuro thinks, and this provides many of the comedy infighting amongst themselves. Husky's plus anima is either fish, giving him gills and a tail which enable him to breathe and move underwater. Husky has a hatred for girls, although he has come to accept Nana in time, which may stem from the fact that he looks feminine himself, and is even mistaken for a girl on several occasions. Ironically, he also likes jewelry, and was even playing the part of a mermaid princess when Kuro first met him, but I'll let you read about that yourself. Senri, the third boy in the group and my personal favourite, is also the oldest member, more of a teenager than a child, and his plus anima is a bear, changing his arm and giving him great strength and tanned claws. He rarely says anything, communicating with either a few words or gestures, and this keeps some of the mystery behind him a secret, like the reason he presses flowers into a book to remind him where he's been, and also the eye patch across his eye. He takes on a big brother role in the group, protecting the others against more dangerous threats and helping them with tasks they can't do themselves. Despite his lack of communication, Senri is still an interesting character, and he can easily surprise readers with his strange habits. And finally we come to Nana, the only girl in the group and is also the youngest of the 4. She comes off as a pretty stereotypical little girl, liking flowers, clothes, ribbons, etc. And she even has a little bit of a mischievous side, but this goes along well with Kuro and provides more comedy for the story, especially the infighting with her and Husky. Her plus anima is a bat, giving her leathered wings, unlike Kuro's feathered ones, and larger ears, allowing her sensitive hearing and even an ultrasonic scream. Unlike Senri and Kuro, who use their powers frequently and without fear, Nana is very self-conscious about her powers, thinking people act like she's a monster and shun her for it, which is probably the reason she's thankful for travelling with the group, as they accept her for who she is, and she cherishes this deeply, despite the amount of bickering they may have amongst each other. Okay, we've seen the characters now, so let's move on to storyline. In each volume, the group continues to move from place to place, meeting and helping new people all the time, most friends, and some foes. The chapter always leaves the people that they've met better off in some way, and they've always felt touched by the group's presence somehow. Most of these chapters end on a good note and with a quick joke, breaking these up with more serious situations and character development storyline, which I think works well. One of my disappointments though with this was the lack of action. Now, when I first bought the first volume, I was thinking, people possessing animal powers, some nice big action scenes, but I wasn't too thrilled as most of the fighting was non-lethal, and it only really appeared as small skirmishes. But I mean, after thinking about it, with this kind of story involving children, I guess it's not to be expected that much. If I was complaining about anything else, maybe it's the whole helping people situation that could seem repetitive after a while. You know, it's basically the same scenario, just a different skin slapped over it. But, I mean, if you liked reading it, and then you realise this, it really shouldn't be an issue because, I mean, I still enjoy reading it even now. Okay, I think I've got my point across now. So let me sum up my thoughts on Plus Anima. Plus points for Plus Anima include fantastic artwork, a good cast of main characters, and good use of cute comedy. Negative points include a disappointing lack of action and storyline which may seem repetitive at times, but despite this, I'm going to give Plus Anima a 7.5 out of 10. I mean, it's not the best in the manga market, but I really think it's one of the more higher quality ones, and it's definitely one of my personal favourite. I would recommend anyone to at least go and read the first volume. Well then, hope you found that informative, and I just want to say thanks for listening. This is AceofSpadesFTW for the win, ending my manga review on Plus Anima. Hopefully this won't be the last one either. Till next time.